look at this
Exactly.
down here. The
If I'm
notch.
building a tomb,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna bring big block, no problem. Too much work, no problem. I will arrange it all together like big squares, big rectangulars, but not like this.
These
Why
are
they
all
made
notch.
this angle like this, and why they made it like this? Okay. And why they make small one and then big one? This is unbelievable. Unless they are serving certain function, which is far away from being a tomb or being a normal. As an example, if you come to some place, doing this design requires what? That they cannot push the stones one after the other. No, some of the stones must be placed from above. Okay, like this one as an example, it doesn't fit this idea to push it. Okay, so this one will be placed from above. And in other place, we will see that some of these blocks are giant blocks, bigger than the room size you have.
Right.
Okay? Some of it weigh more than 100 tons. So how they lift 100 tons and they place it in the exact place. So what is the function of those designs? Again, those are not modern designs, ancient designs, because it was covered with the stone. It gives the chance to the stone to be stable. Okay? And Egyptologists sometimes they admit the truth, but in between the lines. How they say, yes, the ancient Egyptians used this technique to resist vibrations.
Earthquakes.
Exactly. Because their mind couldn't go further than this. What is the source of vibrations? Earthquakes. Okay?
What else?
But do we have earthquakes in Egypt? No. In the last 2,000 years, we have only two, let's say three. 4th century, 14th century, and 1992. My only earthquakes. Okay? And when that happened, I was in high school at the time. No one had the idea of earthquake. Every person believed that his own house is collapsing.
Yeah.
And that's why we all went outside running in the streets, escaping. And I found my neighbors doing the same. Your house is collapsing too? Yes. And then in the news they said it's an earthquake. Okay? So this is to resist what? Vibrations, yes, but from the
So the
activation.
geologist can go and tell you when the active periods were by
Yes.
the history of the rocks.
I had a guy who said
10,000 years.
Yes.
this is on one of the ley lines, that this is
Exactly.
the most powerful node
The
in the
major
world.
one.
This one right here.
And that the Great Pyramid kind of prevents the Earth's wobble.
Yes.
No, actually no. The ley line here, and it is producing electromagnetic field.
Yeah.
And the pyramid is using this energy
Yes.
and harnessing the energy to produce that field or to absorb it from the ground, and we can use it in a physical way.
Yeah.
Okay? This is what I understand. But not because, according to this, why we have the second pyramid, the third pyramid, other pyramids, each one is above a ley line? No. Okay? But they are playing like a big machine and transmitting to each other.
Right.
When we come to this one, then now it's different. What is this? This is the bedrock pyramid. Okay? So this is now not constructed block. This is the bedrock, comes this way and going up. This is constructed. 2, 3 is the bedrock again. And how deep it goes inside, we are not very sure. But according to my observation, inside the Great Pyramid, it goes to at least 70 meters up, the bedrock. And I recognize something from, I did a special visit to a place called Abrawash last month, and because the whole pyramid was quarried through ages, we found something interesting. Come to use this as I discovered the story of flattening the base is completely wrong.
Yes.
They were looking for a mount, okay? And they come at the middle and they make a big hole going to the base and even deeper than the base. But they keep the sides, okay? And when they start building the pyramids, they start further out and out and from the middle. So the pyramid will be like this. And the base will be like this. Got the point? Okay, so like this. So as if the pyramid will have two sides, like a tuning fork, and a big tail going deep. And the bedrock from the inner sides will be going to side like a big fold. So this is the idea, because we see here, this is the side I'm talking about, and in the other side it's there, and the second pyramid the same, the third pyramid is the same. Okay, so I understand that this is to give a good chance, because we cannot deny that if the pyramid producing energy or anything, we have two major or one major source is our environment, okay, which is the ground itself. This is the major source of the energy, but it is not the energy we need, or the form of the energy we need. So the pyramid was built to reshape this energy. So in a way we can use it properly, but not just a natural kind of energy. You may come and feel good, some plants will grow better, okay, but it's not concentrated sometimes. And we have similar one in the Valley Temple. We will show it in granite. Look to this. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 angles or 8 sides in one stone.
And 8 angles.
Really? Who will make this? If I am one of the workers here, I will leave this project after 2-3 months, because it is
Or today.
too much details.
Yes, it is.
And again, if this is a tomb, I would say, like, damn this king, what for? Okay, I'm gonna do this just to be a funeral for somebody. Yes, we can put the stones together like pile of stones, and that's it. But not very precise work like this require doing each stone separately. Each stone, no, it's
Custom
not
fit.
even. Yes, not
Everyone.
even. How do you call it?
That one right there.
A massive production. One big saw table, and they keep one after the other. No, this is designed first on paper and then on the stone. I always believe that the design is an important element in the ancient Egyptian sites. I always say that to get the function, we must have 4 major things: location, material, design, alignment. Is there something extra or sorry? Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. So if you mess with the location, like if they build this pyramid anywhere else, with the same technique, it doesn't work. Yes. If they built it in the location, but different material, even all of it granite, it doesn't also work. Alignment or design, like if they put the stones in square shapes only or rectangle, also doesn't work. So it must be the 4 elements.
And even that exact stone has to be there.
Exactly. That
Even
stone,
one stone,
this
you
shape.
take it out, it's not
True.
the same one.
And this is what I discovered, that some of the places were completely taken, like as an example, that pyramid north of Giza, and some places they only take part of it
Yes.
to destroy this
Circuit.
Yes, sir. I will not blame anybody. I blame Amun-Ra priest.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, the priest of
Exactly.
Amun. Oh, yes.
And Amun-Ra priest who controlled the Greeks. I always say many countries
By the nose.
invaded Egypt, okay? But Amun-Ra priest invaded them. So, as an example, we have
them.
Alexander the Great.
Yes.
He came
oh,
to
yes.
Egypt
Yes.
as mighty ruler,
Great
as
one, yes.
great warrior. But as soon as he stepped inside Egypt, they called him, come, don't, you are human,
to see
great
one,
human.
right?
This is
Yes.
God. This is not proper. You are the son of God.
Uh-huh.
You are sacred. You are divine. So you see how they invaded his heart and his mind.
Right.
So the priest who did
And
this.
everything they predicted
Yes,
came true
okay.
with him because he died very young.
So Amun-Ra priest invaded the mentality and the emotional levels of the invaders. So they were serving him.
That's what they call mind virus, yeah.
Yes.
Virus, and
Or planting a seed.
Yeah.
So this is the end of the casing stone, and there is something unique.
Yes.
We
Look at this. You couldn't even fit anything in here.
of edges. Without this dust, we wouldn't see the separation. If I clean in between, you won't see it. Like it's a perfect cut. Truly perfect to cover this space. But they insisted to make it from a separate stone. with this kind of design. Because later we will see the same thing but in a square shape, not rectangular. Here it is, one of the examples of what we can call it lost advanced tool.
Yes.
A cut on basalt stone. Basalt stone is what we call it volcanic stone. Okay, and a better name we call it plutonic stone. The difference between volcanic and plutonic: volcanic formed outside the volcano,
Yes.
plutonic inside the
In the
volcano.
heart of the volcano.
Yes, okay. So plutonic, what can affect this unless it is something very, very strong and not handwork? Because yes, I admit that the dynasties used good techniques,
Yes.
and they had manual saws can cut in a good way, but dealing with hard stones, that is not easy to do. The precise cut,
Very.
okay, one long staple one, this
Yes.
needs to be or to have more analysis.
Oh,
And
indeed.
this is not our only example, we have so many.
Oh, yeah, they're all
let's
over,
keep-
aren't
If you come closer, come. You will see that it is deep from the middle, the cut goes until this level, but it is not deep from the sides. Okay?
Okay.
What does it mean?
Round saw. I didn't find the end of it. Here it is.
A
Bandsaw.
disc can do this.
Yeah, like
if
a
we
diamond
talk
saw.
about flat saw, it will cut the same all the way, the same depth. But if we talk about disc saw, goes from here the angle, it will, if we see, we make the disc shape,
Uh-huh.
see, it will be deep from the center but shallow from the sides. So this was cut by a disc. And that wasn't mentioned that this is a tool used by the dynasties. They said the dynasties used like, let's say a long rope maybe or something.
Yeah.
They inlay it with gems maybe
Yes.
or hard stones, and they use it as a flat saw. Someone on this side, another one on the other side, and they keep pushing and pulling.
Oh, yeah,
pushing and
yeah,
pulling.
okay, a flat saw,
But
so
this
it's-
one was cut by a
disc.
disc. So, and we found so many examples showing that
Yeah.
they were using a disc. They were using another kind of tubular drill. Yes.
Oh.
Okay, we will see.
Make
that.
holes?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
perfect holes.
the first hole I found was this size.
That's big.
No, my
That's
friend,
very
he found this
Oh,
size.
even bigger.
Tubular drill this size. We will see it at Karnak Temple.
Okay, yes.
Remember it? This size, we don't
That's
have.
huge.
In modern time, we don't have this
No,
machine.
we don't have one. that
And
big.
it's in,
I've
it's in
never seen
granite,
one
it's in
that big.
diorite.
And that hole in which material granite, not even like the locals, all of them are from the village here. Okay, if you
been
do
inside.
anything, this boy will see it and will tell his family and his friends, and then they keep repeating the story. So after maybe 50 years, my son can come and ask them, remember a story happened, they're going to confirm the story. Like there are some writings at the front gate of the pyramid. Ask any boy, those writings happened 200 years ago. The boys can tell you who. They will tell you the German guy who made it. Okay, how they know? Because their families kept repeating the story. So any stories about someone bringing a electric saw?
Yeah,
They
where you
would
gonna
know.
plug
Yes,
it in?
exactly.
Right.
No, we don't have any story like this. Structure, the one we call it Valley Temple. This is where they gather, and this is where they receive the energy. But not in any level here. This is not the right place. This is the heart of the machine.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So we are very close to the machine.
I can
We,
feel it.
yes, we shall not stay here. We must stay located at what we call it Valley Temple.
Okay.
Okay?